elementary, the teacher made me call home. But I had a BlackBerry, I used to call my own phone. Can't believe the blasphemy, these niggas lie for so long. They can't even cap, cause when they talk, I'm just like, hold on, like, hold on, like, hold on. Wait a goddamn minute, I just keep it short with niggas like they was a goddamn midget. I just kept it real with shorty, she just felt it in the spirit. 1 a.m. I'm on the east side, but you know I pay a visit, ayy. 3 shot, that's my limit, ayy. Hit me, it's not rented, ayy. Mom said she want a clean version, but this shit get expensive, ayy. Niggas say they making noise, but sounding just like crickets, ayy. Sounding just like crickets, ayy. Sounding like crickets for real. I been doing this wasn't like that, you know the streets talking like Bill. That's not saying I'm in them streets, but you know that I still get a feel. Still get a feel to use that force, I stay with a Tommy like Dale. Need 40,000 up in the briefcase, now that's the deal and no deal, ayy. MK got no chill, cause these niggas evil. The cartel and I'm with Jay, so you know we lethal. Went to war with that machine, I feel like that Cheeto. How the fuck y'all all gon' slide in a Buick Regal? Only premium around this way, they still on diesels. They say Virgo's the best friends, but I hate no people. When these niggas call me gang, I'm looking for the Ricos. Please don't knock all on my door, cause I shoot through the people.
Test clear, ain't nobody who gon' step here. It's test clear, we ain't stopping till the check clear. By the grace of MK, we obviously the best here. You think we great, wait till next year. In my Golden State, think I'm Steph here. Ain't no rest. Show your heart to wear a crest here. Kings game, we playing chess. Life's a test when you got in the flesh. God flow till they put me to rest. Real niggas, we multiply. We prepared, there's stranger things on the other side. You and I in these verses, uplifting these curses. Used to tell me I'm worthless, now they pay me in gold bricks. Please, nigga, count it up. It's all love, so it's not even amount to us. That could sell our soul, nigga. Deity rose, nigga, to set the tone, nigga. Go on tone, favors written in stone. Hieroglyphs like we speaking in code. Manifold till riches untold. Get exposed and you don't play your role. Only pearls when we stick to the goal. Stay in your lane or you gon' pay a toll. The man inheriting the world in my hand. What you turn into ash and I witness pure forms. God's not a unicorn. Sick to talk to you in human form. Divine flesh is my uniform. Diddy.
Come on, man. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Check out the music, man.
They
Putting pressure on you. By the grace of MK, out right now on all platforms. The hardest shit that's out right now. Man. Not even debatable. Nobody is rapping like that, man. Courtesy of the fucking Love Cartel. Man. There's nothing I can even say. It's nothing more I can even say.
Man, y'all see it. Y'all see it. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? You already know what's going on. Episode 2 of the Empty Cup Podcast. Let's go.
Let's get it. Episode 2, dog.
And I told you niggas I was about to have a sound.
We said it last time.
I told you. It's crazy. Y'all see it's an elevated energy like we said at the first one, man. It's going to keep getting better every time. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the new logos. Shout out to Mike MK, man. Come on, man.
And merch coming soon, bro.
Merch coming soon.
all types of merch.
I'm gonna put contact info for my mans who design logos. I'm gonna put his info. We're gonna find a way to insert that to the video below. So whoever in need of any type of graphic design, y'all can go slide right onto him, man. He took great care of us, dog, for real. For real, for a great price, for a great price, for real.
Shout out to him.
So who here today? I mean, every time, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
you already know who it is, man. It's M-fucking-K, man. The one and only, by the grace of, you feel me? Of course, man, I feel like we did our, I talked a lot the last episode about who I was, really. But this time, man, I feel like, just to keep it short and simple, man, I just need y'all to go listen to that tape, man. That you hear all, I feel like in my music, man, I'm giving 1,000% me. At all times, you find out literally everything you need to know about me if you just listen. I feel like niggas just don't be listening for real, man. So yeah.
You said, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it?
I swear.
Tap in,
hell yeah, for real.
You need at least 2, 3, 4, 5 listens before you can even make a judgment. BG in the cut. I'm gonna keep it real short and sweet. We here today, all my brothers here. We about to get y'all some game.
Man, you already know, JG. You feel me? Again, just We gonna keep it going, keep it short, man. You already know what it is.
Yes, it's easy. Whatever's easiest. But yeah, no.
I like that. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, that's it, though, bro. Yeah.
Easy
Sal
way
B.
ain't always easy.
I'm just happy to be here again for another episode, and we ready to get it rocking.
Let's get it
Yes,
right,
sir.
baby.
Yes, sir.
So shit, y'all, what we here to talk about today?
Well, today the themes is vices.
Oh, we gotta do the shout out. Shout out, Rafa.
Oh, we doing the shout out
yeah,
first.
yeah,
All right,
right.
cool. So first, we gonna do our shout out. Like we said, we gonna do a shout out every episode. Today, we wanted to give a shout out to Asa and Rafa.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. To
Make the hood healthy again. Make the hood healthy.
They doing some real good
Awesome
things in our
man.
community, bro.
Boom,
Awesome.
boom.
Some real
Y'all
fire
get the
things
air
in the
horn.
community.
I've yet to
Ain't
see,
nothing to
you feel me,
y'all.
2 people in our community, in the city at least, really take the initiative and bring, you feel me, like, I don't know, just
Health
everything
and wealth.
better. Yes,
And
health
promote it
and
at that
wealth, bro.
level, like to do what they doing is real big.
In the
Man.
community,
Explain
though,
what
like,
they
they're
do a
not
little
taking
bit,
it nowhere.
'cause
Like,
So,
this
I'm
shit
not
in the
aware.
hood, bro.
Go ahead, Jake. Sal wants you to explain
'Cause I don't
what
know.
they doing.
Yeah, so Asa and Rafa, man, 2 great mentors of mine, man. They wrote a book. Asa, he's a holistic doctor. Rafa, he's an entrepreneur. He's opening up the first black-owned grocery store on the east side.
damn.
You feel me? It's like the first black-owned grocery store in about 20 years. And bro, he's doing amazing things. They wrote a book together called "Make the Hood Healthy Again."
Yeah.
I think I
get you
have
up.
heard of him now.
Yeah.
that you saying the black-
We had a conversation last year about it when they first dropped it. Y'all, you guys need to come back. We need to feed
Yeah, we got to get them on here for sure.
the streets, man. Like
Literally.
That's like
Literally.
that's information that's like that's invaluable, bro. Like that shit is priceless, you know.
fact.
So shout out to y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing
For sure.
for sure. But yeah, we today, you know, our theme today is vices. Man, you know, I was thinking it was like we talked about it together. I think that's like the perfect follow-up thing to discuss after we discuss legacy, you know. We talk about like the legacy that we all want to leave on this world. And, you know, it sounds good to be like, you know, to set that goal, but I know we all know the things, not only like externally, the obstacles that stand in front of us when we set towards a goal, but also that internal conflict. And I think that's exactly where vices stand. It's like those internal obstacles we all face. You feel me? When we say we're gonna set our mind to something, and you feel me? You know,
It's a lot of stuff to get in the way of that.
yeah, that get
So-
tested.
We all gonna give our definition of what a vice is, because all of us got a different perspective on it.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not
slightly
going
different.
textbook, bro. We're not going Webster.
Yeah, not, you know what I'm saying? We did look up the definition, and it's like any immoral or wicked behavior. That's the first thing that come up on Google, but we all got, you know, different little pieces of insight that go along with that. So we're gonna tap into what a vice is to us. So I wanna start off. Sal, you wanna
I'll
start?
start it off.
Yeah.
I feel like a vice is something that just anything detrimental to that you do. It's a pattern. It's a pattern behavior of just something that you just keep doing that's detrimental to what your end goal is. So something that you're addicted to that's not necessarily the best for you, because everything is cool in moderation, but once you begin to take advantage of it, I feel like that's when the word vice comes into play.
Okay.
So that's how I feel about it.
Shit, I'll probably say that a vice is something similar to like, when I think of a vice, I think of like somebody taking something and like Sam was saying, kind of doing it excessively, but to cope with something, like to deal with something that they don't really know how to deal with, like, or it's just something to keep them busy or something to do something like, I need an escape, I need this, like what I need to go to kind of ease my mind or give myself a break. So I think that's where I land in the vices situation.
Okay.
Definitely. When I think of vices, I think kind of going along with what you had said, Sal, like, is anything detrimental? Because I know when we initially looked up that textbook definition, when it was like immoral and wicked, we was like, damn, that's kind of extreme, man. We was thinking about all the taboo shit that could be wicked and immoral, you feel me? And it's like, that's not necessarily what we at all partaking in, you know what I'm saying? And it made me think about more so like anything that's preventing you from achieving your goals, like that end goal, that is wicked, that is immoral, you feel me? That is against evolution, you feel me? So when I think about vices, that's what I think. I think it's the bad habits. I think it's when we talk about things like lust, addiction, and that's with things like drugs, tech, anything. And I think it also, even with, I don't think a lot of people would like consider it a vice, but I think lying too. But things like that.
I think that can be a vice for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So, I can see that.
Go ahead. What did you about to say, BG?
So for me, a vice is, I have a little bit of a different perspective on it. I think that the textbook definition definitely kind of changed my mind on it. Like, okay, maybe I can see the whole negative space of it, but I always thought a vice was kind of similar to what Issa said, something that you use to cope, something that you do to fill your time. And it didn't necessarily always have to be egregious or immoral or wicked. I think you talked about that in the conversation that we had too. So we're gonna get into some examples later, but even if you like fight, you know what I'm saying, but within a controlled space, I think a vice, you can control how you interact with your vices. That's why I think vice and addiction is not necessarily the same thing, or vice and, you know, something that's an uncontrollable habit. Like, I think that you can at some level control your vices. So it's not to that extent yet in my mind. I'm not saying that that's the, you feel me, the end all be all. That's just how I always had looked at vices up until this point. So that's what that would be my little tad bit on it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too, man. I feel like when you look at the term for vices, that's more of a flexible definition, where what may be looked at as a vice for one person could be looked at as a coping mechanism for another person. So I feel like it's more of like a gray area when you're talking about vices, man. Because I know you said we're gonna get to examples later, but when we brought up this topic, a vice of mine that I think that I tried to correlate it with myself was I came up with the vice of mine as solitude, being turned into being by myself. Like when I feel like I do need help the most, I never reach out. I feel like when I go through, when I'm really going through the most shit for myself is when nobody knows at all. Like nobody would know at all. So I feel like that could be a vice of mine, and I'm still trying to figure out if that's detrimental for me, or if that's you know what I'm saying, or if that's a coping mechanism. And then like how Issa was saying, like and Sal was saying, like it's like it could be addiction. It could be, like I said, is it in the user's mind? Is it do they know it's detrimental, or is they looking at that as something that helps them, helps them, pulls them out of that? But like I said, that's what I feel like it's interesting that we having this conversation, because that's such a flexible term.
It's definitely flexible.
And I feel like the more, if we talk about where we see it and our point of view on it, I feel like that in a weird way would give us more of a solid, concrete answer. I feel like hearing more different perspectives would give us more of an answer on what it truly is, if that makes sense.
Fact. And I was gonna say, like, not with all vices, but with some vices, it can have some positive effects as well. Like if you understand how to be alone, that can be an asset. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Some people, and we can get into examples now, but like we talked about grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
what I was finna say.
being addicted to the work, yeah, that can have negative effects on your relationships. Some of the work that you're supposed to be doing internally or mentally, it can have some strong negative effects, but it can also have some positive effects and change your life. Not every vice is like that again, but sometimes, you feel me, it's good to lean on things, and sometimes that also keep you away from other more negative habits that you might have.
Or it can keep you away from other priorities that you have. Because I say, like, one of my vices is that, like, work, stay busy, figure something out, do something. But then I realize with myself sometimes, like, I will do shit that I know has to get done. You feel me? Like, it's like, all right, bro, you doing shit. But it's like, you know, you got some other shit that you should be doing more than this shit, but you don't really feel like doing that shit. So I'm gonna do this shit.
That's what
Like,
makes
I
it
do that
crazy.
shit,
That's
so.
what makes it crazy. Like I feel like it's just a term vice that makes it seem like a negative
connotation.
That gives it a negative because how you said when that something go on that should make you lock in even more and make you want to work. But for some people, that make niggas want to go smoke some crack. Wanna go. Some shit happen that make me want to go. Oh, you feel me? So that's why I'm like, it's weird on how that's a, you feel me? Such a, I feel like vice it's a wide range. It's like a spectrum of things for real. I feel like it's more so just how, like I said, coping. It's more so how you respond to certain things that trigger you. Like how you said.
It's interesting you brought that up because I was just even thinking about when we was talking about vices, like even stuff like coffee, like you drinking a coffee, that's a vice.
Yeah, like, exactly.
You just drinking a whole bunch of coffee. It's just a whole bunch of things that can fall under.
For coffee.
Nigga,
I never drank coffee. I can't get with it. I can't get with it at all. I can't get with it at all. The one time I tried some coffee, I poured all the creamer in.
Yeah, that's
and I was like,
You gotta drink that joint black.
I ain't there yet.
No, that's different.
Coffee drinkers.
No, I'm a real coffee drinker for sure.
Low key though, I think about it though, I don't even know if it's always tied to coping because sometimes a vice might be tied to your carnal desires. Like you just love to eat good food because you can't, that's a physical desire you can't fight off.
You can't stop it.
Or women, you know what I'm saying?
But you can't fight it.
You can fight it. Not that you can, but I'm saying that's how you feel. Like you feel like you can't fight it. So you just, that's your vice. That's what you dip into. And I feel like also, when vice comes in tension, like with vices, people know, like, this is my thing, bro. This is what I give into, whether that's smoking, drinking, women, you feel me, technology. Like, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Like, it's their thing.
Yep.
And they know that it's their thing, and they give into that because, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's interesting, like, the word vice, like, when I think about that word, I think of like vice grips or like a vine, you know what I'm saying?
That's probably where they come from.
And bruh, I swear. And you see how like tight, a vine or a root is like in the ground. Yeah. And when you think about our vices, that's how ingrained like they are in us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can be seen as almost like weeds, you know what I'm saying? Like plants that's like taking nutrients from your temple, your garden. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that it's possible to have no vices?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I think unless you
Everybody
like
goes through the human experience.
I think, that goes to something our instructors always told us, like, I think for the niggas that's meditating in the Himalayan mountains right now.
Only eating rice.
Yeah, they may not have, they might have, I think even they have vices, but they're not around shit, so they don't even have any temptation. Right. But we are literally in Vice City. Yeah. You feel me?
Bro, it's literally, bro, that's crazy. I was literally about to say that. So that's why they call that Vice City. That's why they called it that.
Yeah, Miami.
I never put that together until just right now. I was literally about to say that, and y'all niggas just said that. That's crazy.
That's how America.
Because it's money, drugs, women. So is that the thing? Is Vice tied with temptation? Is that
for sure?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Temptation, lust.
Yeah.
It, like you said,
Y'all
those
say
carnal
part of the
desires.
temptation to grind or work?
Yeah.
But
I think so.
I think does it become a vice when it's like you're grinding at the detriment of other things in your life, though.
I think
like,
when you
Okay,
grind
when
so
it start
much,
getting like niggas putting up D's,
like I'm not
houses.
coming home, baby.
yeah, you're
I'm
not
just-
seeing
I'm
your
not
people, you're
coming
not seeing your
home,
family.
I'm not, you're not raising your kids for
Nigga
this.
said
Just
I'm not
working
coming
hard.
Or even
working.
like I'm saying, you would come home, but like you get home, okay,
at
now you
11,
tired.
12,
Yeah, you
wanna
get
say
home
shit
and
to
just
your
crash.
family.
You get home,
Like,
crash, wake up,
Wake up, do the same
do the
shit.
same thing.
But you
It's
see, like in
That's
places
it.
Hey,
like
hey,
that,
I'm not coming home tonight. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
staying at
coming.
work tonight. It's
No,
crazy.
bro.
Like a dirty
You know what?
Diana.
Y'all know I'm getting my degree in finance, bro. We
Yeah.
talked about this. Me and my dog Mike. Shout out to Mike, the other Mike.
Other mic, oh, bro.
But he was saying like some investment bankers, bro, they like have a running joke like you ain't had your first divorce yet because they so addicted to working, bro. It might be times where you traveling, or even if you're not traveling, you at the office till 1 a.m. You might sleep in an area if your house far away.
If
You
your
enough,
house
you
far.
feel me?
You
You're not even
Wall Street.
Wolf on the same. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibe. So if you not
Do that shit
Checking
even be
that?
worth it though at the end of the day? Like,
that's this advice. You feel? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's how they.
bro.
That's how they
Is that-
get
so
through
like,
life.
how you saying? Is that a type of career where you have to sacrifice your relationship?
bruh,
for?
I
Is
was.
that-
but what relationships are worth sacrificing?
None to people like us. You feel me? But
right.
some people look at it as, and Mike told me this, like he would do it for 2 years or 3 years
That's different though.
to transition to get an opportunity to go somewhere else to make a lot of money. Some people look at it like that, but
That's
some
true.
people love it, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's just they love it.
But
Niggas
this
need to get
this
looked
made me
at.
think too. Just even when we was talking about like Vice City, America, and everything, the country, even just the world, they profit off of
Yeah.
people's
Yeah,
vices.
that's a
Like
fact.
even like
That's
the
a
coffee industry, like a billion or $1 trillion industry. Alcohol, $1 trillion industry. Weed,
Tobacco.
who even know what weed is? Tobacco. People be smoking cigs. I got a coworker walk outside every 5 minutes. Smoking a cig.
Smoking
He's
cig.
an old man. Dogs, bro, dog is good. 68.
Niggas create
Taking
lifetime
He
about to
customers
clock.
off of
He about to
vices.
clock
Off
bro.
of vices for
A
sure.
lifetime
He about to clock out
customer,
of it.
and that's like,
That's
like when we
insane.
say like the type of energy, I remember this is fucking video I saw, like it was like a crack addict. Somebody he came up to a nigga house like on a Zoom, like you feel me?
Nigga came
And
to my house on Zoom.
bro, you're hot as fuck, like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a
Are you
crackhead.
talking about
on-
like the ring shit?
Yeah, bro pulled up to the
okay,
house
I'm
on
like,
Ring, but he was like wide-eyed, bro, and he was like, nigga, like, he was trying to get
Oh,
his
you
shit.
trying to get his fix?
My
I
fix.
did
Oh,
see
I
that video.
did see that
You
video.
think
Bro,
like,
I did
come
see
on,
that.
man,
He
this
was
fuck
like,
with
this
you.
shit don't sleep, nigga.
That's
Like,
crazy.
but like, I think that's like the extreme. You feel me? Of how like that shit literally.
But your vice won at that point. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even. It's not you using it. That shit using you at that
Some
point.
people
I
do
think a lot
use
of
their
times
vices.
that's
Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
Again-
I try to empathize with people, but even like us, we 5 black men, like we know, like ain't nobody coming to like
Nigga,
save
bro.
you. You
Dog,
gotta do that
thank you,
shit
bro.
yourself.
Thank
bro.
you,
Well,
bro. I be trying.
yeah, no, you gotta say
Like I
yourself.
try to
It ain't
empathize.
nothing. You can have a
but
good
it's like-
support system.
Yeah, you do.
which
It is
helps.
when you have a good
Yeah.
support
That
system.
helps,
that
but
for sure.
you still gotta do the work.
Yeah.
And
That's the only way.
I don't know, bro. Like, that junk's sad, bro. One of the things we're gonna talk about is, which I guess is a good segue. Like, what are the vices that affect our community, the black community? You know, and I feel like it's the same stuff,
Same
bro.
shit.
It always has
Women,
been.
It always
has been.
Women, drugs.
Niggas is the same, bro. If you
Hey,
talk,
bro.
I won't
and
even
I-
say women, but I say how niggas interact with women, because women not the problem, nigga.
No,
Yeah.
but you're right. That's a better
yeah, bro.
clarification on what it
Yeah,
actually
okay.
is.
Bro, I
We
got
kind of
this.
dumbed it down to women, but
Yeah, dumb it down to women, but y'all not the problem.
yeah, y'all not the problem. It's just it's
y'all
how
not
we,
at all.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's how we
Yeah.
engage.
Yeah,
in
how
it.
we engage in it, how we interact.
Yeah.
Which I mean, but again, bro, it's all we know, bro. It's what we taught from a young age, for
It's
real.
what you see, what you saw, what you
Yeah.
hear. That's what
I
you
feel like
say.
Product of your environment.
yeah, bro. Talking with like elders, dude, having conversations with them people that's
Wow.
55, 60, 65, 70, bro. Ain't shit changed, bro. They was doing the same shit.
Bro, I got.
They
That's the thing.
was doing the
Niggas get
same
older,
shit
forget that.
today.
The internet just changed how I
Yeah.
work.
The internet just
Yeah,
changed
shit wasn't
everything,
as
bro.
public,
bro,
bro.
you hear the stories they tell, bro. The interactions the same way.
You hear them damn
niggas been
songs
communicating.
that was 1930s and you listen to what they were saying for like
Niggas been communicating the same way.
ass
for-
bro.
Bro,
Ain't
listen
nothing
to
changed but
this.
the change.
Corey Holcomb, this is Corey Holcomb stand up. I had saved it because I just felt like it fit our theme so perfectly.
Ladies, I wish y'all could have a dick for like 2 weeks. See the evil powers this motherfucker's capable of. Nobody out there trying to risk our family, but that pussy is everything is cracked up to be out there in the streets. Boy, that pussy amazing. No. Fucking a new bitch, goddammit. You can't, baby, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Alright? You part of my heart, goddammit. If you love me, I'm gonna need you to understand. I'm trying to wash up in this bitch sink, baby. That's what I'm doing. No. Let the girls looking confused. No. Your man feel terrible after he cheat on you. Fellas, after we cheat, that feeling hurt, don't it? I said, well, you know you love your woman and she love you. Boy, that shit hurt, goddammit. If you got a heart, it hurt when you cheat on your woman. You gon' do it.
He said you got a
He said you gon' do it, but
you gon' do it, but it hurt you.
How many of y'all fellas out there that left the other bitch house crying walking to the car like me?
What is wrong with
can't stop.
What is that? He's talking about losing my family on this bullshit.
Let's go back in the house. This ain't
Hey, he said I'm about to lose my family over this. He said if you got a heart, that shit hurt, bro. That's funny as hell.
He said I can't stop.
I can't stop. He said, goddamn.
That's it. And some niggas at different levels in they fight. I done heard, you feel me? Niggas be like, I don't even give a fuck at the point. They don't even give a fuck. They get desensitized. But it's a lot of niggas who feel like that. You feel me?
Some niggas do be boo-hooing. Other niggas is just
shit, like nigga.
Like how you say
it.
it.
What it is.
And it don't be
callous.
I think that's why a lot of people try to make the argument that it's not as bad for men to cheat because it really is. He right though. Most of the time, it don't be like you not enough or so. It's just self-control, bro.
And I think
I just wish they could see that. He's like, man, it's just them intrusive thoughts, huh?
Bro. And I love like he said that because I think like in conversations I had with women, like they don't like it's a different mind. Like when you said that carnal desire, it's like a fucking that nigga hooded Kermit behind your shit. Like do that shit, nigga. Like, you like chill, bro. You feel me?
I'm not that, bro. I can't. I'm not that. I always been like a one woman type of guy, man. I feel like it was too draining for me to be dealing because women are dealing with one. Bro. If you dealing with one woman really serious enough, there should be draining enough for you, man.
Relationships as well.
It's already draining enough for you, man. So
but
doing that with multiple
in order to find your
I was just about to say that.
100%.
You could have been a bench player in there.
100%. And you gotta be in it to decipher for real. But man, me personally, man, I could never. I be thinking about it too much. I have to. That should have been guilt on my mind. That should be. I be too guilty.
It's a young man's game. I say that. Niggas say we still young, but that's like
it's not
like a
little.
Yes, bro. That's a bro.
I don't think so, bro. I actually disagree with that, bro. I didn't seen too much, dog.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
These old niggas can't control
I ain't gonna lie. The older I'm getting, the more I'm hearing. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, these old niggas be wild. Niggas be married for 25 years and go. You, man,
but niggas can't.
Crazy,
it's
bro.
just that some niggas don't grow up either, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? That can affect you in a lot of different facets of life.
No, that's a whole different conversation.
Some people don't grow.
And I think like I was talking to my pops today, and he was just we were talking about how they said for men like our brain don't fully develop until we like 25, 26, and like I was saying like right now I'm 24, about to be 25, and I feel like I'm split between two right now. It's like my carnal desires and my higher self splitting me, and I'm like, nigga, I can, like you said, some niggas that ain't never grew up, so they carnal is like, they follow for another 25 years, they lowest desires is like taking place.
And they life probably reflect that shit.
Exactly, because I got hella niggas that's an example of what not to do. You feel me?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
A bunch of niggas, I don't need no help, bro.
Nigga, like, yo, life is an example.
But you know what, though?
Like what not to be like, bro. For
real. You said this earlier, though, and this made me think. you said that vice is like when you around temptation, like unless you're a monk, it's not, you can't really help it. I think then it becomes picking the most healthiest thing for you. That's why I hear a lot of people like, bro, I smoke weed out of a bong or a joint, feel me? And so I don't drink.
Put them woods down.
You feel me? So I don't, you know, do certain other things, bro. Like that's my thing. Or video games, that's my thing. Yeah, it's a waste. It could be, you can look at it like a waste of time, but at least I'm not out here cheating or doing what, you know what I'm saying? So people pick things that will be the least toxic thing in their life, even if it's a little toxic. So that's why I think it's again, like we was talking about, a gray area, a wider range of things.
You know what else is a healthy vice? Now you was just talking about that, like maybe people playing videos. Low key, can the gym be a vice?
That's what I was going next. That's what I was
Bro,
going
remember
next.
we saw that Roy nigga like at the gym, bro?
Hey,
Like, I feel
nigga
like
look
that's
like
like
a
the
blockhead.
extreme of it being a vice, like a nigga just being a dickhead.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. I feel like it
shit,
turned into a
bro.
vice when you in that bitch 3-4 hours a day.
Working at
Or
AT&T,
you
nigga,
compromising
big as
your
hell.
health. Compromising your health though, taking too many steroids. I know people in the gym community that get on my head because I love the gym, bro.
Why
but
is you shooting up? I don't understand.
certain things they be like, it's okay, but it's natural ways from what I hear that's better. I ain't gonna put that sauce out, but it's
in the tuck.
Yeah, that's in the tuck. But I mean,
I bet you that boy Rafa know.
He for sure know.
I bet you he know how to get you right. Get you right, natural diet, natural supplements from the earth. You get you some shit from the earth.
I think another like example of vices, like I said, that I didn't think people would really consider one is lying. You feel me? And I feel like with that could be something you could be very addicted to, and like I've seen examples of that in my personal life, but also it made me like show that on a larger scale because when you lie, it's like you causing like a wrinkle in the fabric of space and time, right? And the fucking
that's when the timeline shift. That's when the
that's
shit
when
break off.
the timeline you try to change it, but it's gonna go back to its original shape
every time.
every single time.
Every
That's
time.
just the nature of this
I
shit.
like that analogy.
So it's like every time you do that, you feel me?
really
Some
was.
niggas try to
some
niggas try to change that shit and build their whole fucking life. We see like nigga, like for example, the country, bro. Like that shit is built on a fucking lie. A fucking concept that we've all bought into. You feel me? But it's like this shit is unraveling.
It's
You
unraveling,
feel me?
man.
And we starting to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen that countless times. Like,
Bro,
you
what
know,
I
I told
say-
a lie about some shit. That shit unraveled in my fucking
right in your
always
face every single time.
even if it take time to.
My mom used to tell me what's done in the dark is gonna always every time. It don't matter if you think you done got away scot-free, you think ain't nobody see that shit, ain't nobody gonna know about that. Somebody done found out, somebody done seen your ass, somebody, man. Look, what I say on the song, on Godflow, man, I said, I can't believe the blasphemy. These niggas lied for so long. So now, when they try to captain me, I just be like, hold on, because I know the truth. The truth that came out. I'm like how you said, we literally watching in real time. Niggas done built their whole image and lives off of lies. And when you know the real, bro, it's like crazy. Yeah, that shit is like, blows my mind. How when you can know the whole real about somebody, know they whole shit, and watch them cap about it in front of your face, and then be like,
That's 90% of rappers.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and I feel like it's because they be trying to appeal to people that don't know them. I feel like it's always, even like with this music stuff, I feel like it's the people who don't know me the most, the like complete strangers who fuck with my music the absolute most. 'Cause I feel like it's the people who think they know me the most that's taking the longest to tap in. But at the same time, them people are starting to come. It took 3 years. At first, when I first started, I feel like them was the last people that was going. But now I feel like they starting to come around because they listening and they hearing more and more, and they hearing our music, and they like, okay, this is really them. This is really that. That's really Mike. That's
Once
really
people see that,
that's really Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's really Sal B.
Once
Oh,
they
God.
see other people fucking with your shit, because everybody just, not everybody, but you know,
A lot of people
most
are
people
sheep.
just
Yeah.
whatever's popular. Like
That's
nigga, if my shit, if one of my songs went viral right now, people that's not fucking with my shit that I know,
it's
they'll come to me like, damn, nigga,
bro. I've been new, bro.
I been knew you was the one.
I knew you was bro. That shit crazy.
Man, Ben knew you was.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think lying really come from. I think lying can be a vice or it can be a negative habit.
I think lying
like, and it
comes from
depends.
fear.
But do you think
That's what I
people-
was about to get to.
Do you think people do that?
It comes from fear.
Do you
Like,
think
so
people
listen,
do that because they feel bad?
No,
Or-
I think again, sometimes it can come from a negative habit. When you say negative habit, it's like you're afraid of something. You don't,
Yes,
Right.
You don't have enough. You feel me?
You
to
have to fear something because
to
why
lie.
not tell
No,
the
but
truth,
but
nigga?
when it's a vice, I think it's different, bro.
Realistically.
Like we talking about rappers and shit. Sometimes lying can come. They know they lying and they want to lie, and that's when an addiction
But
comes.
that shit
like
get caught back
not,
up.
but it's not a fear, bro. I'm lying to get what I want. Like some niggas cunning.
But
for
they're
real.
scared of not getting what they want by
Not,
telling the truth.
not necessarily. They might
How
not
not?
give a fuck about you knowing the truth or not, but they gonna lie to get what they want.
but
Like
that lie is
if it
intentional.
so look again in the business aspect. If this lie that I tell you gets me what I want, I don't care if the truth come out after, nigga. I got what I want, and some things can't be taken
Right.
away.
They
Yeah,
were
look, you
scared
already-
to
you
say
already
the
paid that
truth.
That's
money.
what I'm saying.
You
You
already
already
paid
gave
that
me that
money.
money.
Yeah, right.
When
I'm in
born.
sales.
They
I
lawyers.
know
That's
how
what
you
I'm
saying.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
they
know
did.
told you
exactly.
the truth that you wasn't gonna make that same
But
business
they don't.
move.
But they don't care. See, again, sales. They don't care if they lose you. Then I'm gonna lie to the next man to get what I want. That's when I. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why I'm saying the fact that
I
they
see
don't
what you're
start off with the
saying.
truth
Right.
is the fear that's there. in
Okay,
general.
BG, let me offer you a counter perspective on that. So, like how we connected into business, to build a business deal, it'll be more fruitful to just be honest.
That's a fact.
up
I'm-
front, so to build, because in that relationship gonna last,
That's a
gonna
whole-
last
that's a
for,
whole
gonna last
fact.
longer than
That's a
the
fact.
one. Oh,
But these niggas do.
you
be
get
wicked
what
out
you
here.
want out of
Really
them, and that shit fall right out. Boom. Now
Really?
you gotta go lie to the next man. When
I thought about this from this show called Suits, bro. I was watching this
that's
shit.
right.
I keep telling you,
Lawyers,
Niggas
lawyers,
tap
bro,
in too,
and it
bro.
deal with like lawyers in corporate law, and sometimes you're right, like it's best to build, to be honest. That's the creed I live by too, bro. Be
Right.
honest with your
it's
intentions.
crazy how
and
that
what you
shit
want.
tie all into ethics.
Yeah, ethics and everything.
And just
but
humans
it is
in general.
niggas
Yeah.
that don't feel like that. That's
No,
all I'm
it's
saying.
not.
Wicked
Yeah.
But
individuals
I
out
don't
here.
get. I just never from them. I never got fear. Like even
Fear
in
doesn't show up the same way.
that's
in all
that's
people,
true
though.
too though. That's true too.
You feel me? Everybody
Because a
gets
lot of
scared.
niggas be so callous and
Yeah.
may not like
Yeah.
like you just said, don't show up.
They don't-
like they may be
yeah.
hardened, but they're scared.
They scared as
They,
hell.
the more aggressive they
Scared as
are,
hell, for real.
they're terrified.
For real,
That's a
bro.
fact. That's a fact.
Real.
I don't even think it be the aggression though that made me feel like that. I really think it's again what happens when the lie comes out, or that they bring the truth out themselves, and they just like, nigga, it's done. I got what I want, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
No.
So,
This off
and that's a
Vices,
scary
man.
nigga.
And you
Hella
handle
people
them
in the
different.
Yeah, that's a scary nigga. You got it. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. That's not.
But
no.
you think, I mean, once with music specifically, I mean, if you build your shit off a lie, now you make it, say you get signed or something, they telling you to keep pushing that shit.
Right,
Now you done signed the paperwork,
It's
nigga.
over with.
Right.
Sell your soul.
Cause then
And
then
then
I feel like that's
selling
when this
your
shit turn into it feel like a
doing that
job.
shit.
Music like this shit right now is so fun to just be doing. We niggas can make whatever music they want,
Yeah.
drop shit whenever they want. Like this is fun as hell. It turned into a job when niggas they start like how you said pushing that lie, pushing that false image. Niggas not fucking with it. Nah, yo, saying niggas not selling. Not a label like. Imagine how it feel if you going in the studio and you like, dog, this next song gotta be a hit, bro.
Yeah,
Like this shit
that
gotta
is
like,
crazy.
or it's
I
over.
could-
Like this, bro. You know how much pressure that, bro? That's a lot of
Or
pressure.
the label walk in and you got your own little bag going and they tell you like, yeah, bro, I need you to make 30
Bro,
songs like
I need you
this.
to.
You feel me?
You
Like,
go in there.
This is
You go in there
But
like.
shoot,
beats
you
and
could
shit, like,
sign.
this
They
it.
could do that. You sign and you being honest in your music. They can do
They
that
can do
though.
that, that's true.
That's why you gotta
Right.
make sure you
Yeah, you
carry
gotta
yourself a certain way. Have a lawyer, have the right
Yeah,
lawyer.
watch
And I
that.
think-
Conduct
about that
business on a
image you
certain
portraying,
way.
man.
I feel like in this day and age, it make more sense
To
to
just
be
be
independent
independent, bro.
anyway.
It's-
Because
no,
I mean,
it's
deals that's
it's a
worth it,
lot
though.
of shit, but
It
I'm
is
saying
deals
like,
that's
It's deals that's worth
but
it.
it seemed like most
For
of the time,
That's what
niggas
I
that
would
get
want.
signed, but you know it'd be like industry playing shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying like most of the time people get signed, they done built their own buzz.
100%. Yeah, I
So
feel like
why would I-
all labels, it's just that, bro. It's that button they can push, bro. They can
Yeah.
hit a button and my shit'll be on
I mean-
everybody's phone. I remember when Chance the Rapper dropped that Coloring Book album, bro. I opened up my phone. That shit instantly took me to Apple Music and said Chance the Rapper. First of all,
do
that's
pay
a whole
for
nother
marketing.
discussion about the
Marketing.
industry playing
Marketing,
shit
that
because
really
he was
the
doing
main-
that whole
main
independent
package as well.
thing. He was doing that whole independent thing, but they saying like it's no way that you can be fully 100% independent and some shit like that happens. Apple Music does some shit like that.
that is
Apple
true.
does you win a Grammy and you 100% independent. That's where all that industry playing stuff in. But at the same time, I feel like that's where labels and stuff could be effective. You just got to be smart. You got to read
you
those.
gotta be smart.
They
You gotta
how they
understand
get
that,
niggas is
so.
how they get niggas is that they throw that advance in
think
their
that
face.
these-
I'm
It's all
about to
politics.
front you $200,000. They be like, bet. And they don't even.
Y'all think that these labels use finding new clientele? Could that be advice for they ass? Like some of these niggas in these labels.
They looking to take advantage of
Oh,
yeah.
Man,
That
way
goes
to
to- I
bring
think
that
that's
shit
all-
back.
I think that's
Yeah,
all
because they
to
gotta-
grinding. That's all
I
to
think,
grinding, though.
bro,
Like,
I think this is a perfect segue because when we talk about how vices affect our overall community and social dynamic,
Money,
I was just
greed.
reading this book called The Delectable Negro. And
That's
that's
I
a
like
fucking
that.
book.
I like that.
And it talked about like the consumptive nature of society, especially with slave culture. And bro, like you said, that vice of searching, of consume or finding this artist and literally draining them of all the energy that you possibly can. Like that's been a practice in our society for so long, you know what I'm saying? So I think it is a vice, just like a leech or a vampire need blood to survive, you know what I'm saying?
But we knew that they couldn't survive without us, regardless.
Facts.
Vice-
But a lot of times we got that Stockholm syndrome where we like looking for them niggas to bite us in the neck.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Like we
right.
like come here.
It's here.
Like,
That
what?
ass crazy. Fuck
You
off.
feel me?
Yeah, bro. But I mean, going with the deals thing, distribution deals, like it's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
you
that
can
come
use.
different.
You feel me?
You can use it
But
to
you
your
know who-
advantage.
to your
Yeah.
advantage.
You know
Like,
who
I'm
independent that I was just listening. I was telling you I was listening to K Camp. I didn't know he was independent, but now you see his shit like the way, cause I think he was signed at one point.
Camp underrated. I'm gonna just say
Yeah,
that.
like
Oh,
you,
hell,
like
yeah.
his
Very
shit
June
dropped. I didn't
independent
even
too.
know it dropped. Like just how you saying, like they got
Exactly,
they got the buddy.
man. That's what I'm saying,
But
bro.
it look like he doing good.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
doing
saying.
well enough
Because
for
I
niggas
feel like
me to listen to.
he used having that label behind him to his advantage, to where he set himself up to where he could be independent after the fact. It's hard, like the way I would want to do it is if the label came to me and presented me with a contract, I would want to take a smaller advance so I could see more return off what I make. A label, they gonna come to you and say, "Sam, we gonna offer you a $300,000 advance right now. You sign this contract, $300,000 advance. That's because they expect you to make $3 million. Would they reach and put, bro? They could send your shit out. They can have your shit on the rate. What labels can do, they can have you in front of the whole world. So they expect you to make $3 million. They gonna give you that $300 advance. You gonna blow through that shit. that's how they expected them rappers to do. That's how they expect the rappers. That's what they. Because then now you end up owing them money. So now everything I make is going straight to them. Because I done blew.
50 Cent be getting niggas.
You say
No,
who?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
You said
I
who?
heard
About
50
that. He says
50
how
Cent,
50
nigga.
get niggas.
I think
don't
50
know.
just
know
had to
50
have some
still
nigga pay
had-
him.
Shit.
I swear 50 just had
But
some
wait,
nigga pay him,
but
bro.
you can still see. That's not
No,
always.
that was Mace. They said that was Mace with Fabio Foreign. He gave him.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
I
It's
didn't
about
see
it's
that.
about that event, bro. They
Raw
throw
New
that
York,
large
nigga.
they throw that large lump sum of money, and they throw that large lump sum of money in niggas' faces, bro. And then they and niggas just sign that deal and don't even be reading the contract. Like I said, they get that $300 advance. They like, but damn near the label get 90% of what of.
But this, I
Of
think
streams,
that,
of
I don't
everything.
think it's always most of the time it is the label. But sometimes, what about a nigga who know the real and is like, bro, shit, I'm still gonna take this meal. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do this and that. You feel me? And then overdo it with his lifestyle. You feel me? Or it's on the hook for, and you hear deals, niggas on the hook for 8 albums. Like, why would you even
But
sign
you know,
that?
niggas, you know, niggas get around that shit. Like when you be seeing artists like Chris Brown to drop a tape. I need to listen to the nigga, but nigga drop a tape, bro.
That's 40
40
songs.
songs
Yeah.
on that bitch.
Yeah.
You feel
Ain't
me?
nobody
Side A,
listening to
side
40.
B, shit
Yeah,
like that.
that's
Niggas be
considered
tryna-
2 albums.
Yeah,
that's 2
considered
albums
2
in
albums.
one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're trying to get through that shit. So it's that's all marketing too. Like this shit get
Yeah,
real.
it depends
numbers.
on your habits, your vices.
Yeah, you
you
can't
gonna
be
work
doing
through it.
crazy
What
shit
you
like
gonna be
that,
spending
nigga.
money on? You feel me?
Cloud is
think,
advice though.
Circling.
Oh, that's crazy.
You said what?
Clout is a vice.
That's
Yeah,
probably
clout.
what
Oh,
it is.
100%.
Attention,
Yeah,
attention.
That might be
like people
one of the
addicted
worst
to
ones.
attention, and I think like
This nigga
that
says-
that brings it back
Yep.
full circle because I think the reason why we see people like K Camp or one of my favorite independent artists right now is The Alchemist. It's the landscape of the music market is so it's not centralized anymore. So we can set up shop like we doing right now and connect with our audience. And it's like it's no middleman. You know what I'm saying? Just like Nipsey said, like fuck the middleman. You feel me? And it's just like with that direct connection to the next person, I feel like that's where you know, that consumptive nature, that those vices can't hold on to shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, we can go, oh, this platform, they on bullshit. We can go here, this on bullshit. We made our own. You feel me?
That's true.
And I think that's like how this shit is kind of becoming harmonious. Because, you know, I was about to say balance, but when it comes to balance, it's like no motion on a scale. You know what I'm saying? Harmony is constantly moving. You feel me?
Yo, Pop
We
said
coming
that shit years ago.
we coming towards the end of this. This was a dope. There's some other
That
stuff.
40 minutes is one by
It went by so fast. But the last thing I want to do, bro. What is some advice we can give to niggas to help deal with their vices? You know what I'm saying? Like what help can we? You know, we all got them. You know,
100%.
So
I'll start off with my number one thing would be make sure you have your goals set. I feel like having your goals set basically keeps your eyes locked forward. And how we was talking about the temptation that it make your head do like this. If you got your goals in front of you like this, you gotta stay locked in.
That's a fact.
Stay locked in. You can't let of course you be running. It's like running a race, man. You running. You might look over here a little bit, but you gotta keep running. You gotta. As soon as you hold on.
Pivot that head.
Hold on, you feel me? Then that's when shit start going south. You feel me? So you gotta just stay focused on those goals and keep pushing towards that at all times. At all times. That's how you.
That's a fact.
Stay away from.
I keep it short and simple, man. Focus on integrity and discipline. Like if you focus, make that your life focus, not money. You feel me? Not feeling good, but righteousness and discipline. You will be okay. Anytime you face with some temptation, even if you fall short, you will be able to get back on track quickly if that's at the forefront of your mind. So focusing on righteousness and discipline.
Well said, brother. Well said.
Well said.
Well said.
Damn.
Well said. Well said.
Yes, sir.
Oblivious.
I say something my pops always told me: finding your cool place in hell. You feel me?
That's
Bruh, like that shit. Like I said, we in Vice City. I remember like in a song, I'm like, we constantly we live in torment. You feel me? We got things like as soon as we open up the phone, all of your desires are like facing you and constantly being like
Forced.
keep trying to lure you away from your goal. But yeah, finding your cool place. I think just what you both said, consistency. Is another book I recommend, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, bro. That changed my life. That's my Bible, right, for real. One of the first things he says is having a definite purpose. And we was just talking about legacy.
Yeah.
Nigga, nothing should deter you from your legacy if it's like for real what you standing on. So,
That's good.
That's crazy, bro. Because that was kind of partially my little advice is like never forget your why. You feel me? And you saying purpose. Like everybody has a reason, or they'll find some reason as to why they wake up and do what it is that they do every day. Once you have that in your hand, you keep, like Bill saying, at the forefront out there with integrity and discipline. You keep that shit at the forefront of your mind, bro. It's damn near impossible for you to really slip too bad. Like we are humans, we all make mistakes, but you can snap up, tighten up quick as soon as the deed is done. So I say, you feel me?
I like
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just to keep it short too, even just like what Ben said, just be focused. I mean, cause at the end of the day, you got your family, you got your friends, but when you go to sleep at night, it's just you. Like, you know, you gotta face the consequences of your actions. So you gotta make sure that the actions you make will bring good consequences, or I guess a consequence isn't, or more so like, you know, every cause has an effect.
Yeah.
So make sure your cause brings a good effect.
Make sure your
And
karma
the journey,
in order,
yeah,
nigga.
the journey.
Sir.
Everybody got a journey. Everybody's journey is different, but I mean, that's why you just gotta love life, cause it's all a journey. You
That's
just
a
gotta.
good way to go out, baby. Love
Yeah.
Cartel Junk, Empty Cup Podcast.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
Do the
Episode
knowledge,
2.
nigga.
Had
Do
to
the
do
work
it
too.
twice so they
Do
don't
the work
think that
too.
it's luck.
Gang, gang.
We gave niggas game. We feel like they dads.
No faking.